For my presentation, I chose the sociocultural perspective theory. A little bit of history on the theory. The theory was formed from the work of Russian psychologist Lev Vygotsky, who attended Moscow University, where he got a law degree, and then later he went to the Institute of Psychology in Moscow, where his theory was born. But due to his early death at the age of 37 and the suppression of his work, it left his work unknown until fairly recently. But as his work has become more widely published, his ideas have grown increasingly influential in areas including child development, cognitive psychology, and education. His theory views human development as a socially mediated process in which children acquire their cultural values, beliefs, and problem-solving strategies through collaborative dialogues with more knowledgeable members of society. But what does it actually mean, though? It's the awareness of circumstances surrounding individuals and how their behaviors are affected specifically by their surrounding social and cultural factors. The effects of culture. Each culture provides its children tools of intellectual adaptation that allow them to use the basic mental functions more effectively. And it determines the type of memory strategy you develop because the memory in young children is limited by biological factors. More on the mental functions. Vygotsky claimed that infants are born with the basic abilities for intellectual development called elementary mental functions. And these functions include attention, sensation, perception, and memory. Now, two concepts were formed from this theory. It is the zone of proximal development, which is the distance between the actual development level as determined by independent problem solving and the level of potential development as determined through problem solving under adults' guidance, or a collaboration with more capable peers. It includes all of the knowledge and skills that a person cannot yet understand or perform on their own, but is capable of learning with guidance. The other concept is more knowledgeable other, which refers to someone who has a better understanding of a higher ability level than the learner with respect to a particular task, process, or concept. And this is usually a teacher or an older adult, but it can also refer to children that have a more knowledgeable experience. Application in the classroom. Teachers can use reciprocal teaching, and that is used to improve students' ability to learn from text, and is where teachers and students collaborate in learning and practicing 4 key skills, which are summarizing, questioning, clarifying, and predicting. Psychologists further expanded the application by adding scaffolding. And this is where a teacher or a more advanced peer helps to structure or arrange a task so that a novice can work on it successfully. Many things came out of Vygotsky's theory, and one of those was the bifold model. Many studies into memory have taken on board the sociocultural approach. A common example of how the approach works is by comparing a human memory with that of an animal. Animals have their language, which mostly consists of basic signals, linguistic abilities, that differentiates them from other animals. This model represents that a child's development is connected with the child's upbringing and social context. In conclusion, although Vygotsky's social cultural theory has only recently been given some credence, his research has helped validate the role that those around us play in shaping how we develop as individuals. It has also influenced other more modern theories of human development, such as those that relate to cognitive growth and education. These are the resources I used for this presentation. And thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed.